find your niche.
Well, hello again, everyone. Christopher Dillard here as we are, now we're about to wrap up 2024. Can you believe it? Can you believe that we have come to this part of the year where this year is just about out of here and 2025 is fastly approaching? I am so grateful. I am grateful to God for all that He has done for me, all that He's done for my family, and certainly all that He has done for you and continue to do for you. I'm so grateful for every friend that I have, all of the supporters that I have, and maybe even all of those that don't support and don't like what it is that we do here on this podcast. I'm even grateful for you. Listen, I'm looking forward to 2025. It has great things in store for us, things that we cannot even imagine. And for well, I was going to say a little guy like me, but I've never been little. For a big guy like me to step out and trust myself with what God had given me to do in this medium, in this form, is just really a testament to God and who He is and all that He has done for us. And I'm so glad I did. I'm glad I stepped out when I stepped out. I'm glad that life circumstances had me step out when I stepped out, and me trusting God in this endeavor, this new endeavor that I am learning to be comfortable in and learning to trust Him even more in. There's so many things that God has gifted us to do, and you know what? We just have to trust Him in it. So my encouragement to you is quit being afraid. And as one of my mentors told me, even if you are afraid, still do it. Still do it. Still step out, even with fear trembling on your lip and your lips sweating. Still step out and do what God has called you to do. Time waits for no one, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say it again. I feel my preacher coming on. Time waits for no one. So you better step out now because, hey, you don't know if you're going to be here tomorrow or the next day. So whatever God has called you to do it now. Do it now. Ladies and gentlemen, next year, 2025, I am so delighted, so honored to bring you some absolutely great, talented individuals whom I've had the opportunity to sit down with. You are going to be absolutely so delighted. Listen, you know what? I wrote down here in my notes. I got it right here. If you want to be great, you have to study great people. I'm going to say it again. If you want to be great, you've got to study great people. You cannot be jealous of anyone. You cannot be envious of anyone and what they're called to do. You have to celebrate them for what it is they do, what it is God has gifted them to do. If you want to be great, you got to study the greats. And I'm just so delighted for each and every person that I have had an opportunity to sit down with. I have learned so much from each and every one of these talented people. Coming in 2025, we have the person of Alphaeus Anderson.
Cedric Thompson.
Oh, profound.
Kevin Bond. Kevin Bonds.
Yeah.
So that camp, obviously, hearing them from Tri-City,
come on,
influenced me a lot.
Yeah.
And singer-wise, I'm a Marvin Winans fan.
Man, okay.
I really do.
Okay.
I love Marvin.
Really? You love Marvin?
Yeah. Wow. One day, if I become a promoter, I don't make a good promoter, but if I become a promoter one day, I would love to bring him in.
Oh man.
Or maybe when I turn 50, or if he would, we can book him for something. Yeah. But I love his tone, his approach.
Okay.
And if I was a singer, I would think I would take his approach. Anyway.
You are a singer. You are a singer.
Twinkle, 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 little star. But definitely respect those guys, and that's just maybe nobody even knows that I really love Marvin Winans.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, CC Winans. My wife and I, we literally play CC every single day.
Really?
And it feels like it's just arrests the atmosphere.
Oh my goodness.
Just in the background.
Come on.
And so
Man.
definitely respect CC.
Love CC.
Yeah. And then of course locally here in the state of South Carolina, Greenville,
Yes,
we have some of the best. So I respect so many. I respect the Sean Bigby's mind.
Absolutely.
The Faith Davis.
Yes.
And
yes, sir.
and Pure in Heart. There would be no Pure in Heart sound without Josh McDowell.
Josh McDowell, the greatest on keys. I've never seen fingers that do such greatness and so just flawless. And you see, I'm not a musician, but I watch musicians. I love musicians. I love gospel music. And to see this guy just sit down at a keyboard is just absolutely amazing. It's amazing what he brings.
It's a team, and whatever you do, one man can chase.
Come on now.
And it seems like when two comes into the equation, there's less chasing and there's more control. Because the Bible says one can chase 1,000, two can put.
Woo.
It seems like there's...
We have the Honorable Chandra Dillard, that representative right here in Greenville County.
It's important to pay forward your blessing.
Come on.
And when you know someone, when you know something and you've been through something,
Come on.
Share that so that somebody else might not have to go through that.
Right.
Right?
Right.
That's called maturity and wisdom, right?
Oh, that's good.
Right?
Yeah.
So pass it along.
And that's the kind of heart I was talking about, the servant's heart that you have, where you want to reach back and help those. So I think I know this because I've talked to you a little bit in meeting you and meeting you a few months ago at an event or a meeting going on in the community. Who is the most influential person you think in your life? Who has so shaped your life to, if it had not been for this person, I probably would not be sitting here today. Who is that person? Do you know?
Oh, wow. Well, big question.
Yeah.
But I can say the Honorable Xanthi Norris.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She knew me before I was born because she taught my parents at Sterling High School.
Oh, my goodness.
So she said, I know where you come from. I know what should be inside of you, right?
Just like her,
Yeah. And then she became part of my high school guidance counselor team when I was at Greenville High School.
Wow. We have the great Pastor Katie Jordan. So delighted to sit down and talk with you.
I got married when I was 16 and he was 22. And neither one of us.
I wish I could turn the camera around so I can show y'all the pictures of her and her late husband here in the house, because we're in her home, and maybe I can get some shots. And
neither one of us wanted to be the first to say goodbye. We just went ahead and he was always my protector.
Yes, I do know that for a fact.
He was always my protector, and I used to get so upset with him. I said, remember, you are not my father. But he was fussing me. He said, oh, girl, I'm just looking out for you. I said, yeah, I love you. I said, but you're my husband. You're not my father. I know that. But he looked out for me, and I'm so grateful. I thank God for that. And I admonish other young women and young men, because of the relationship that he and I had. Yeah. Man, it was rocky in the beginning. Amen. He didn't want me to tell him nothing, and I didn't want him to tell me.
Have Elder Ralph, not Ralph, his name is Richard Dawkins. Used to be on radio doing gospel music right here in the upstate of South Carolina.
I was on the air at jams. I would pray before going to hell. God, that prayer, And I'm amazed at what's happening really now. There's a young lady downstairs. I had to take a student downstairs, and she says, I heard you were on the radio. And I said, yeah. She said, what were you on the radio? And I told her from 1997 to 2004. She says, I was a baby, just like that. she went home and told her mother 2 days ago that I met Richard Dawkins. So I saw her yesterday, and she said, yeah, I went home and all I talked about, I met Richard Dawkins. She says, even when you were on the air, I was only 7 years old,
Oh,
you know,
my
like
goodness.
that. So
Wow.
I still get that. I still get people saying, you were on the air, you did this.
We have the great doctor, the great psychiatrist himself, Dr. ASA Briggs of Greenville, bringing health and healing to so many of our people here in our community.
Of abuse for the first time, because those are means of maladaptive coping strategies. And so when you have something going on internally, your body says instinctively, what do we need to do to get this out of us? Right? And so if you don't have a solid foundation, if you don't have a community that anchors you in something, where your moral compass is turning you to a true north, then you're going to turn to any and everything as a means of coping with those things. And so you see this a lot in college. You know, in my instance, you go into Clemson University, you see individuals who come in their freshman year, they smoke marijuana once. They don't come back the second semester. Because a lot of times what we don't understand is that substances of abuse are often tied to mental health. And so you smoke weed, you got a predisposition for schizophrenia, bipolar disorder. Your gene expresses itself because you expose that gene to a substance that should have never been.
We have the maestro himself, the one who produced my jingle that you hear, I found my niche, Mr. Robert Burgess. Yeah, the great producer himself.
Keep doing your best, keep waking up every day, and keep giving it your all, because there's a song that says it won't always be like this. God will perfect that concerning. Sooner or later, it's going to turn in your favor. You just got to keep going.
Man.
Everybody got a past. Everybody done some stuff in their past.
Absolutely.
If God can forgive you, you shouldn't worry about nobody else forgive you.
Amen.
You keep going. Keep going.
Can you say sooner or later?
Sooner or later. Gonna turn in your favor. It's turning around for me. Oh,
it won't always.
It won't always be like this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
God will perfect that concerning me.
Come on.
'Cause sooner or later, it's gonna turn in my favor. Oh, it's turning around for me.
And you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
We have the guru, the photographer, the movie maker, known all over the world, traveling all over the world, doing what it is he does with such excellence. His name is Smitha Lee, coming in 2025.
Community itself, really, it boiled down to community. It's pouring into me different ideas.
I love it.
And I look at life like this. So a lot of people search for what's the purpose of life. I feel like the purpose of life, it reveals itself as you go.
Help us. Come on.
So as I was like, oh, okay, kind of like this singing portion. Oh, I kind of like when I have to do these Easter speeches and sitting there learning the speech and different things like that. I like when I have to creatively learn these lines and do this production. I like all those things. So I'm gonna slowly kind of make the career out of that. Now, the dangerous part about that is when I got to college, now you start getting into, okay, how can this serve the greater community? How can you also make money from this? Different things like that. So at 18, I was like, okay, there's one way where I can kind of figure this out. That's what, shooting headshots for people like on MySpace. If
MySpace way back.
MySpace. Matter of fact, all millennium.
Also, that delightful, talented individual herself, the comedian, Lovely Big O. Oh my goodness, coming in 2025.
I know my purpose.
Thank you so much, Lovely O, for doing this. We just appreciate you so much, and I want to. I don't know if I'm ready for this.
What?
But I just want to end it on such a glorious, happy note.
Okay.
And I just want you to stand up, and I just want you to break out in something It ain't got to be the moonwalk.
You ain't got to.
I just want you to
get it. Hey, you know, you ain't got to remember ask me one time. Get it. Hey, you ain't got to ask me.
I know I didn't have that.
You didn't have but listen.
And ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, I told you she'll drop it like
that.
Now
I'll drop it hot, but I'll pick it up warm because I'm.
These are not the only ones that are coming. So many more are on the way right here at the Niche Finder. And I do want to say, Christopher Dillard Media is branching out into so many other areas. We're going to be bringing you some content to keep you informed, to keep you abreast of what's going on in not only the upstate, but all around the world. And I'm so delighted to bring it to you. So make sure you keep your ears open to our YouTube channel, to Instagram, to TikTok, to Facebook, and soon we'll be on the podcast, some podcast platforms very soon as God branches us out, as God grows us. Listen, we're just called to be great influencers for the kingdom of God, I do believe. And we're certainly going to do that. So make sure you keep your ears and eyes open for what Christopher Dillard Media will be bringing you, not only in 2025, but beyond. I am so delighted for my family, so thankful for my wife, for my kids, for just allowing me this opportunity to do this. And I'm so grateful for them. I'm so grateful for my family. So grateful for my spiritual leaders that are in my life. I honor all of you, each and every one of you, those that have had impact on my life. Oh man, don't get me to call their names. I'm talking about in the persons of Curtis Johnson, Pastor Curtis Johnson, Pastor Wendell Jones, Pastor Stacey Mills, Pastor Katie Jordan. These are just some of the names. Elder Ralph Davis, are the individuals that have had direct impact on my life as mentors, as fathers, as mothers, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Great things coming, ladies and gentlemen, in 2025, and I encourage you to step out and do what it is God has called you to do today. Don't wait. Do it now. We'll see you very soon. Happy holidays from Christopher Dillard Media, and we'll see you very soon.